Hello YouTube. You can see this as a practice video. I'm going to try to make a few videos about fixing stuff. So a friend of mine, Håkan, not Hakon, I bet Hakon would drive a much nicer car than Håkan, approached me with a broken windshield wiper motor for his Mercedes version 201, more commonly known as the Mercedes 190. His first question when it broke down was, can I take the old wiper motor from your scrapyard version 124, version 124, and apparently it's not the same, which is not surprise, being Mercedes and all. This part should be the same, but all the rest differs, as far as I know. He explained to me that the way it was acting up was was going slower and slower, and it went on the same speed even if he put it in gear 3 on the lever. So I think there are two brushes in these electrical circuits, so it's like two electrical motors on the same shaft, so it's an extra coal brushing that goes in. I should mention that English is not my first language, it's Swedish, but I'm trying to reach out to as many people as possible out there. So besides the electrical motor issue, I notice, I don't think this is stuck. It looks like something from a brake caliper or something, and you shouldn't be able to do this. So let's put it on the bench and tear it apart. Electrical motor first, so I don't waste my time. This thing has to be looked over too, but I don't want to do all that work if the motor is toast, so that one can wait. I want to use the wrench. It's a good thing I'm recording this, so I know if I'm forgetting how I take it all apart, I can go back and look at the video. I did instead. It looks a bit suspicious too. Two washers. I need a bigger wrench, I think. This might be a little bit over the top, but it's the only one I can find. So let's try. Snapped loose when I did that. It got frightened when it saw this tool. There we go. Wonder how this one was originally. It looks like, I don't know. Let's continue. That was a 30mm. Now it's a 10mm. snap right off. Why didn't I bring the power ratchet? I will never know. Loosen all these too. This looks rather nice. It's lubricated. This is the conductive plate I was talking about to make it go a full revolution. But actually, it all looks very good. The grease I will change, but it doesn't look bad at all. Actually. I wonder if the springs are... this one. It's a little bit tad off, but I don't know. I think it looks good. Let's go on disassembling the electrical part of it. It's all electrical, but this part. Let's see if we can get them closer to why it's acting up. I know about this part, I have to fix that one, but I thought the electrical part was toast too. All of these screws was T20 ratchet. No such luck. There are 3 brushes on these ones, and they are toast. They're toasted, really bad. Look like shit. Well, let's replace them. Perfect. Success. So, better. There we go. I don't see any wear on this one. That's good. Now, what is holding this one in place then? I'm gonna get the caliper, measure how long, so I get it back in the same order as it was. Let's see. Six and a half millimeters. Oh, it was just a set screw. It didn't hold on to anything here, so. I'm going to use some compressed air and try to blow out some of the grease here. Be right back. There is a retainer here. The end here. So this is going to be fiddly, but I'm going to try to get that one out. See it? It's out. I don't want to take too much off. The shine, not good. 3.5 millimeter drill. See, it's been hot here, and the brush holder is not tight down, but that shouldn't be, since it's the current goes to this lead. That shouldn't be a problem, but fry the conductive plate due to heat, I'm guessing. We'll have to try to solder that back, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, well, yeah, that might work actually. Did fit back, so yeah, some super glue on that one. Might actually work. Good. I think I'll glue that right away. So I have that part done. I think it was it 4.5 millimeters, and the height was 6 millimeters high, or whatever. The other one, it was 4.5.
not really the right size yet, but now I have something to measure against. So. You would think that there's still life in these ones, because yeah, well, it's almost a centimeter. But the thing is that the thread on the back end have reached its end position here, so they can't travel any longer. Nevertheless, so that's probably the fault on this one. I'm hoping, at least. It's really messy. I hope this works. But the new cold brushings are in place, and I made them 12 millimeters long, so 6 millimeters on one side, 4.5 on the other side, and 12 millimeters in length. I think that will be perfect. So I need to glue that and let it cure before I can even considering using that one. I have another thing. This is the part that goes on the shaft here, spinning it all. It connects, if you remember in the beginning of the video, it connected to this arm. And first off, it looks like it's really wallowed out. Is that the correct term? Bigger. And secondly, there ought to be something here that it should connect to. So we have a look at that and see what we can do instead to make it work. I think I have some small ball bearings, so I'm going to fetch those and see if we can do anything with it. So we'll take on that task during the curing of the other part. So I got these ball bearings. I don't remember what I bought them for, but just thinking if I could maybe use those instead. As it seems to be a straight motion. I was thinking about if it was like pivoting a bit. That thing was because to give way for that, but no, I can't see anything suggesting that either. So the plan is if I can maybe do something so it connects here, and it looks like it's just pressed on there. So see if I can get it out. Yeah, it's coming. That's weird. Well, let's make a part to this that fits to the ball bearing I just lost here. Have it. Here you go. see. I did measure how much stick out there was on this one, but I haven't reviewed the video yet, so I don't. I have to look at the video to know. But I think the only thing that it's where the brushes will ride on the rotor, and of course it will end up here. But I'm guessing it should be able to lift a little bit play. So we'll see. Maybe I'll back it off when I got the lid on and put it in like a few millimeters more maximum. I have to test all this if it even works. I don't know. It might be trash. Oh. Put in nut from the side here. Well, I should. Let's see now. Put the C-Tech on supply. And as I'm pretty thrilled to get past all this. If you notice, I was a bit quiet before because I was so fed up with this thing. So take out brown and black. And as I remember, black being the plus and brown minus on these cars. So now that it's hooked up, nothing happens. And that's okay, as it should be. Because as far as I know, now the conductive plate can send a pulse. And if you stop the wiper motor, these two make sure that it goes back to its original position, even though you set it to stop. So I think this is all right. Maybe I can put this one so you can see. See this? Never mind. Let's see now. No power? Yes. Have the leads backwards. Yes, it's working. I need a little bit of cable. So I'm going to go to the gray one, gray and white. That one goes to the red to the motor. So plus here, nothing. Let's test another one, green. Here it goes. Is that a normal sound for an electric motor? Let's test. Oh, sorry. The first one was the yellow one. The middle one is the green one, and this. Let's test the white one. This faster one. I'm going to adjust. Can I rig this up somehow? I want to adjust the point if I need to lift the set screw that I don't remember how I had it. I think that's a sweet spot. I don't know if this is good or bad or feels powerful enough. Now I think I figured out why the last one don't do what I've said it to do. If I set minus to the brown, plus to the black, like before, I get two speeds on the green and the white. And if I set the fluke to measure resistance and put it in a mode that makes it beep if it goes really low. So if I have the black lead on aluminium right now, this is the red lead. that tells me that it's a circuit. And I put that one on the yellow one, and I try to, I don't know if you can hear this, but this is fiddly as hell. I don't want to make it too nice because it's just temporarily. So if now I had the red on the yellow lead and I put plus on the white lead and the black lead. Can you hear that? So probably that sends back a pulse that it's now I'm at the end position. And I really want to know that because I took the shaft off without measuring where I was. So if I just put this together and bring it to Håkan and say, mount it on your car, have a nice day. The chance is that the wiper motor goes the other way and goes straight down, so somewhere where it don't go. It can go the wrong direction. It can start on the middle of the screen and go all the way to the other and crash. So I really want to know where the end position is on this one so I can set the other part accordingly. So it goes a little bit too fast for me to check it out, but maybe if I go in the lower speed then. There. Perfect. That's the stopping point. So now I have a reference where I should stop. So that's good. Perfect. Time for the overkill. See if I can frighten this one too. Just give in. Oh, the hell? Man, that one was on there good. Ah, there. Doesn't wanna. Where's the autofocus? Oh, there it is. Does it have to be in some kind of certain way to get loose? There it comes. Oh, boys and girls, there are a relief. You see, this one goes in a groove. So to get it out, apparently it gotta point straight up to get it out. There's the groove. Didn't know that, now I know. Something like that.
probably have to adjust all of this later on. This is not the Mercedes way to put in a ball bearing. If the motor haven't moved now, it should be at the starting point, and hopefully this will work. So now it's all, I think, all hooked up. I got the C-Tech on supply. Red to black, no? Yeah, red to black, black to brown, Mercedes style. Yellow one, some kind of measuring point to tell it that it's gone to its end point. Green and white, 2 speeds. So if I give one of the speeds plus now, it should just go, but I'm a little bit worried that it will go in the right direction. If it goes down now, starts that way, it will instantly go to a stop, because it can't go that way right now, so it has to go this way. So hopefully it will work. We'll give it a try. I think the green one is a slower speed, so I'm going to aim for that one. I don't know if that worked. Let's try again. Oh! Look at the distance here. Ooh! I think it works. Does the ball bearing keep? I think it works. I give it a go now. It's a little bit wobbly, but I don't know. It looks good. I don't know if it kinks a little bit on this one. I'm not sure. Can I use force? I don't wanna. I think I could do it by hand. You see it wobble a little bit, but I don't know if that's the motion up and down and at the end point, or if it is struggling with the new joint I put in. It might be struggling with that. I'm going to give it a go again. This is frightening speed. Is this the fast one? Oh, that's even faster. This is the slower one. Without poking my eye out. I don't know. I think it's okay. Now I want to measure out the stop point, so I know where it will stop. But then when it's on the car, I don't know if this is the up position, these 2 bolts, or if it's a little bit tilted, or so. It might be that Håkan needs to loosen this nut, and I give it to him set on the end point, and he have to adjust for the windshield. So I'll give it a try. But let me take the fluke and see if I can find. Set it to resistance measuring with sound. Perfect. Find a spot where
this lead will probably jump out of, if it rocks around like this, will probably, or maybe like this. Maybe. And to the yellow one. Which one was the faster again? Green or white? Oh, my arm. This is powerful stuff. Ah! You know that was one coming. Ah! This is the endpoint, accordingly to the measuring point. Measured on the yellow one. So this should be where it goes when it's full revolution, even if it's up here on the highest. If they put them, said wipers off, 0, it still do the full revolution and goes back to this point. So I think that's good. I got some. I don't have total faith in that one, but so far it works. Perfect. So there you have it. A totally refurbished wiper motor for a Mercedes 190, only using the best parts, of course. Now, was it worth it? No, it's not worth it at all. I got part committed when I started tearing this apart, especially since I'm filming it. I felt like I want to do a video, so I kept going. A good thing about this is now you know. I know if I'm going to take this apart again, I'm only going to test to remove the bolts that keeps the electric motor, take it out, and take a pair of calipers, no, scissors, and just snip it off, the brushes, the wire from the brush, and try to change just the brush. Tear out the back side, picture here maybe, tear out the back side of the cowl holder and yank it out, yank in the new one, and put a press fittings of some kind between the old wire and the new wire and press it and then solder it, because it was a pain in the butt to get the circuit board out. It was brittle, it was riveted in there. I riveted it back, but that's how it is. And it was not just soldered there, it was pinched. It was like a rivet with a hole in that would put down, and it was both pinched together and soldered. It was, I had to drill it out. It was terrible. So there are better ways to do this, I'm sure. Another thing is the bearing. When I saw that that one wasn't going to, it was all, the hole was twice the size it should have been probably. I should just have given and got a replacement one. But same thing there, now I know. The cold brushes, I've told you before, it's like 4.5 millimeters on one side, 6 millimeters on the other, and approximately 12-30 millimeter long will work. And just buy new ones. Don't salvage it from old power machines like I did, because it was a pain in the butt too, and they're probably dirt cheap. Shouldn't be a problem. So now you know, buy them. You have the dimensions. And try that first, just yank this off. You can open the lid and just put in the grease, lithium-based grease. This one you should take apart. And I did. But this was twice the amount of work that it should be now, 4 double the amount of work it should have been. And I don't even know if it's going to hold, if it's going to work in the worthwhile. I just tested it on bench. So Håkan, if this one breaks, get a new one from the scrapyard. I can change the brushes for you now, easily. So thanks for watching. Documenting this part was terrifying, but documenting this was fun. I went back and looked the dimensions of the different parts and everything, and it was really helpful actually. So that was good. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.